Hi there, and thanks for your email. I apologize for taking so long to get back to you, but I've had all full night of in-person appointments tonight, so this is the first chance I had to get to a look at this. So I think that part of your confusion might be because all of the steps are not shown here in the textbook example that you sent me. When they are working with the reduced row echelon form of this matrix, they actually sort of didn't take it all the way down to its most simplified form, and then they're using the simplified form when they're creating these parametric equations. So let me first show you what it should look like in its most reduced form. It would be 1, 0, minus 1, 2 over 5, and 12 over 5. And the second row reduces to 0, 1, 0, minus 1/5, and minus 1/5. Okay. So I think you can see already that those are the numbers that they used when they created the parametric equations for the solutions. And so how we read this from our matrix is that we go in order for the variables. This is the x column, y, z, and w, and then these, of course, on the right hand side are your solutions, okay? And so when you're reading something like this part of the solution, what it's saying is, for instance, over here we have 1x, and that's equal to 12/5 on the other side if it was just the x value in that matrix. But we also have the z value and the w value included, and so that would be minus 1z, and plus 1z on the other side, and minus 2/5 w on the other side. And that's where these numbers 1z and minus 2/5 w, that's where those are coming from in this solution. And so if you do the same thing now for y, we have 1y. Let me write it down at the bottom here where I have more room. 1y would be equal to the value on the other side, the minus 1/5, if it was the only value in the matrix. And then we also have the value, we have 0 z's, but we have plus 1/5 w there. And that's why you see the 1/5 w here and the 0 z in that column. And this is the y equals minus 1 over 5, okay? So I think from the questions that you're asking, I think that is maybe part of the answer to what you're asking for, is trying to figure out where those numbers are coming from. One thing I can recommend to you is there's a couple of websites that are really, really useful when you're working with matrices, if you get stuck or if you want to check to make sure you have the right solution. One that you can use is Symbolab. And you can just choose, there's a matrix icon there that you can just choose and type in your equations. The other one that's really, really good, and I like these both because they'll show you all the steps, but this one is really good also, Wolfram Alpha. If you haven't tried that already, then you could have a look at that one too. These are both free websites where you can type in your system of equations, so you could type in these equations here, or you can type it in as a matrix, and it will do the solution for you, but it will also give you all the steps. And matrices are tricky because when you're reducing them, it's easy to make a mechanical mistake in your math part of the way down, and that can throw everything off. So it's always nice to be able to check your steps and see that you're doing things correctly. So I hope that I'm interpreting your question correctly and that I've helped you answer where those numbers are coming from. If you still have questions, please go ahead and email me again. I'm not really clear on exactly which part you're looking for help with. Okay, thank you.